again. Okay, so we're moving on from the game of life scheme of work now to a little bit of speech writing. Okay, so we touched on it in the Unit 3 scheme, but this will be going towards preparation for coursework. Now, this isn't the official coursework, this is just our practice go at it so we can see the processes behind speech writing. Okay, so as part of your coursework this year, you will have 10% will be an individual researched presentation. Now, it's important to remember when preparing a speech for the real world, such as our coursework, we need to draw opinions and ideas from research. It's not quite good enough to make it up, which you would be able to do in the written exam. One of your coursework pieces is going to be the individual research presentation, as I said, and that will happen at the beginning of the academic year. Okay, and we'll be given around about 2 weeks to be able to prepare for that. This is just your practice run at it. Our topic is going to be the importance of leisure activities on mental and physical health. So we're talking about sports, the importance of sports really, or any other leisure activities that you could think of that might contribute towards positive mental and physical health. Okay, so we're going to stick to the 5-part plan that we did in the Unit 3 scheme of work. So we're going to look for 3 main areas of discussion. Now it's important to note that when you do the individual research presentation, it will need to last between 5 and 7 minutes. So it's important that the 3 main areas that you pick are areas that you could talk about for a good amount of time, that you could be able to conduct a lot of research into, because if you can't, you're going to struggle to maintain a speech for that amount of time. So I've given you a list of some areas that you could look at on the right-hand side. So I've given you leisure time reduces the risk of depression. Sport contributes to a healthy lifestyle and a longer lifespan. Sports has benefits on relationships and social interaction. The benefits of leisure activities for the disabled. You might want to look at the benefits of leisure activities for the elderly. Sports improve your concentration level. Sport promotes positive mental health, and sport encourages healthy competition. So, if I was looking at the more mental health side of things, I might want to put the reduce a risk of depression, promotes positive mental health, but I'd make sure I wouldn't talk about depression in that one. And I might want to look at benefits of relationships and social interaction, because they all kind of interlink quite nicely, but they are big enough areas on their own. So what you're going to do today is pick your 3 areas. They don't have to be from that list. They could be something that you want to pick outside of that list related to this topic. Now, I'm not asking you to write anything yet. I do not want you to write any of your speech at all. I simply want you to research some of these areas. You might want to research some of them before you decide definitely on the 3 so that you've got a greater understanding of the topic. Okay, so once you have researched them, so you're going to want to pause this video. Once you have researched them, you might come across some quotes. You might find some studies, you might find some statistics, you might find some data. Once you've got that information, you need to ask yourself a few questions, because it's not good enough to just take a quote, say it and move on. So I've taken a quote from Sports Wales, published in 2019. Being physically active can improve mood, decrease the chance of depression and anxiety, and lead to a better and more balanced lifestyle. So once I've got that quote, I'm going to think, well, how can I expand that point? What can I talk about around that? I might want to look at maybe talking about the importance of improving mood, why that is important, why good mood is important to teenagers, or maybe the elderly, or maybe children. I might want to look at the chance of depression and anxiety, why it's important to decrease that in an area like Blaenau Gwent. Why is that relevant to my area? And how I'm going to lead a more balanced and better lifestyle. Maybe I'm going to expand on that point. Okay, so they are relevant areas of discussion. You're also going to want to think, what would the opposition state if this was a debate? So the opposition might say, well, if I'm experiencing low mood or depression and anxiety, I'm not going to be going out and doing sporting activities because I'm not going to feel like it. So you might want to anticipate that and say something along the lines of, I know that if you're experiencing from depression, low mood or anxiety, you might be thinking, why would I want to go out and do some sport? Well, here's why. And you're going to give them reasons why. Or you might want to offer simple sports that they could maybe do from their home. You always must anticipate the opposition's debate in order to prepare your speech appropriately. You might also want to think, what further research might I need to do to make it relevant to my listeners who are from, or most likely to be from Blaenau Gwent? I might want to look at the statistics of depression and anxiety in the Blaenau Gwent area. I might want to look at how many children participate in sport and activities compared to those who don't, maybe in Eberfrau. I might want to interview a PE teacher and be able to explain their views on this quote. So there's a lot of research that you could conduct. This is the planning stage. This is not the writing stage. When we come to the writing stage, we're going to be looking at a range of different speeches that can inspire our writing. So now it's just important to have an idea of the type of things we're going to write about. So for the next 2 lessons, what I want you to do, so that would have been Monday's lesson, which has just passed, and tomorrow, what I want you to do is to research those areas, come up with some research and ask yourself these questions. How can you expand it? What are the relevant areas? What might my opposition say? And what further research do I need to do? Okay, so that's all I'm asking you to do, Year 10. If you have any issues with this, please contact one of your teachers. Their email addresses are in the Teams group. We're not looking for you to submit this assignment via Teams, but we are looking for you to plan it, because otherwise you will be falling behind when it comes to submitting the assignments. Okay, good luck.